Hi everybody, welcome to another video. I'm hoping to get a few videos done today because I seem to have more decks. Excuse me. I was going to, I did start to do a video for another deck, but I wasn't happy, with it, so I stopped, and I'm not going to do that deck. Not because I don't love the deck, I think perhaps it was because the deck seemed it was quite personal, so I stopped for the time being. Hopefully, sorry, or jiggity, hopefully I'll get it up eventually. Today, again, no natural light. Well, and I've decided to sit back on my stool, because I did brave it and watch a few of my videos back, and I was very aware how a lot of you just kind of saw this. I keep putting my head down, and also I've been flipping through the cards very quickly. There was a video, I can't remember which one it was now, and it was just like it's just like, whoa, slow down. So today is a reviewish reveal. I have used the deck a few times, but we're not fully acquainted yet, so I'll go with a reveal, although when I did do the reading it meant a lot to me. It was quite profound. So it is the Scared Sights Oracle, and this is by Barbara Meiklejohn-Free, and the illustrations are by Yuri Leach. I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correctly, Yuri. So I bought this before I bought the Earth Power Oracle, and I recently did a blog post about the two decks, not comparing them really, because that's not fair, because they are, despite the fact that they're of the same kind of the Earth, they are very different decks, so I didn't want to compare like, well, this one's better, this one's not. The only thing I did notice with the Earth Power and this one was the Earth Power book just is wonderful as always, you know, but it just didn't have the meat that I was looking for. So while I enjoy it because I love Jimmy's artwork and it's stunning, and I haven't used it as much, so like I have used this one more. They're both wonderful in their own right, I think. I think that's probably the best way to look at it, but I think the Scared Sights is more me, so I'm going to be using it, I think, a bit more. But anyway, so this is the box. I think there is already quite a few videos on YouTube about the Scared Sights, so probably nothing new to write home about. You know, I don't think I've gotten any amazing new nuggets of information, but what we're trying to do here is heal your past, transform your present, and fulfill your potential by connecting with the planet's most sacred sites. So yeah, it's a good sturdy box. I got it on eBay. I try to get my decks on eBay where I can, or from charity shops. Try to reuse, because I know I consume quite a few of them. I like to, you know, buy used for that reason. I do sometimes buy new decks. It is a bit more rarer. My Wisdom of the Oracle was brand new. That was completely sealed from factory. Obviously the Magician's deck was brand new. That was supporting self-published deck, and then obviously Christmas presents. So I can where I can, but sometimes I don't always. I don't know why you need to know that, but there we go. So so this is the box, really sturdy, and you have a little ribbon so you can pull it out. I will show you. It's like a drawer. I'll take it all out and put that on the floor. So this is the book that comes along with the deck. So it tells you about the author on the back, which looks like a nice young lady. So anyway, I will give you the crux of what the book says, but I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go too into it, because like I said, I've only used it a couple of times, so leaning more towards a reveal, but I will let you know about how I felt when I used it. So we've got the North, the East, the South, and the West, and the Power card. So all the cards, you know, if they're in the North, the East, the South, and the West, they've all got arrows, and you've got the Power card, which is Mecha, and that makes whatever card it is next to stronger. I believe that's what I read. And the cards are broken up to the upper world potential, the middle world, the present, and the lower world past. And it gives a brief indication on those. But I just, it's all about the cards. I will try to give more in videos, but It's a reveal. So, I've lost you. There you are. So, let's see if I can find one. Here we go, Stonehenge. So, you've got Stonehenge here, and then you have the lower world, the middle world, the upper world, and the visualization cleansing negative energy. So that is fabulous. So you've got quite a lot going on, and I absolutely love the fact that all of these have bits on that. So you've got cleansing negative energies, ritual to connect with Avalon, it's Glastonbury, ritual for healing, invocation of Archangel Michael, ritual for choosing a guiding star. So there's a lot to do. I haven't thrown myself fully into that yet. I did when I pulled the card, but like I said, lately I've been buying a lot of decks with really good chunky books. So unfortunately I'm not just collecting. It's hard to try and find the time to read them all. But it does seem very, very good what I'm reading. And I'm just going to throw this out there because it doesn't deserve its own, well, it's not big enough to deserve its own video. No, I don't want to say deserve. Anyway, I bought this as well. Voyager Tarot, Way of the Great Oracle, woo! Because my husband bought me the Voyager for Christmas, and I got this little book with it. Still quite a big chunky book, and I came across this on the internet. It was actually more expensive than I'd normally pay for a second-hand book, but I was just like, oh, I love the Voyager. What more else can it say? So it might tell me more, and it might tell me nothing more. But I'm reading that at the moment as well. Actually, I'm reading an awful lot at the moment. Anyway, back to it. So, this is the inlay of the box. That's what the back of the cards look like. And the cards are really good cardstock. Plasticky, shiny. Smells like my Victorian steampunk, which I never use and stays in the box, but now and again I get it out and sniff it. Because it smells nice, not because I'm weird. Anyway, so I'm just going to, I haven't put these in any order. I was thinking of trying to be a bit more prepared for my videos and like, oh, I know, I'll put the ones I like, the ones I don't like. Nah, I'll just go through them. I'll just go through a few. Because ones I like you might not like. And yes, I would recommend this deck, definitely. But it depends what you want it for, really. You know, like I said, I've only used it a few times, but every time I've used it, I've just blown away by what I'm hearing, or reading, or feeling. So, for me, perfection. So, we're going to start with Machu Picchu. So, let's squeeze those cards there. So, it's not too much glare, so higher, middle, lower. So, the artwork in it is actually fabulous. I love the artwork. This is Mecha, so obviously Mecha is the power card. There is still a big chunk on Mecha, it's not like it's just like it's the power card. There is a big bit of text on it, so Mount Fiji. So while some of them are quite bare in what they're showing, there is so much to them. Axiom is fabulous. But this kind of artwork really, really appeals to me. Especially the next card, because I am loving the Mayans. Or the history of the Mayans anyway. I don't always agree with their practices. But I didn't even need to read the bottom because I know the little man at the top is very Mayan. Yeah, and this is where it turns out I'm wrong. It looks Mayan. Mount Kenya. Sorry, still a slight glare. So. Cydonia is stunning. You can't see the word Cydonia. Sticking my hands all over it again. The Grand Canyon. And going back to this with the power. Earth Power Oracle. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I get names wrong. Again, I'm not really comparing because I think they're two different decks. But in that you have, is it My Backyard and My Special Place? I think it was something like that. There's nothing like that in here. And one of the things I did notice in that, because obviously I didn't really give it any with my reveal, I was just showing you, you know, there's, you know, you've got like, Statue of Liberty. I wouldn't really, you know, I've never been there, and I don't know, maybe standing with it gives you that kind of, that energy, but I don't know. So for me that was a hard card to grasp, but I'm sure it does. But I've never been, well, I've never been to any of these places, to be fair, so I don't know where that chain of thought was going, but I don't know. We're not reviewing that deck anyway. It's a beautiful deck, go buy it. Devil's Tower. You can never have enough decks. Bighorn. She says, looking at the next card, Soz. But I really like these cards. This one's especially beautiful with the whale in the sky. You can't really see him actually on my computer because of the grains, but there is a whale in the sky. Now the deck, not the deck, sorry, it's a Stonehenge. The card I got was the Vatican, which is absolutely fabulous when you read about it. Because I was quite shocked when I got the Vatican as well. I was like, really? The Vatican? But when I read it, it kind of explained so much to me of late what's been happening. So you really can't see these. Investing in a camera, I swear. Yeah, so it's just mind-boggling. Giza. Geezer. Sorry. Yeah. They just feel magical, these cards, to me. You know, there's something special for me in them. Oh, it's hard to explain. Karnak. Yes, I am looking for cards that I can pronounce to show you. I'm not going to make a fool of myself. Jerusalem. It's hard really, oh, how can I explain it? Here's the Vatican. It's probably easier for me to explain it with this one. It's just so much. The thought that has gone into these is Glastonbury. And I have loads of decks, well, I say loads of decks that are, you know, got Glastonbury in it. My favourite, obviously, is the Glastonbury Tarot by Lisa. Oh, that deck is awesome. And I'm never giving it up. I'm going to be buried with that deck, or burned with that deck, whichever I decide. I'm not sure yet. Let's not think about it too much. I keep going off on tangents today. But yes, this deck is wonderful. And I have been trying to set some more time. Hello! I've been meaning to set more time aside to work with it than I have, because like I said, I've only done 1 or 2 readings with it, and I found them very profound for me. So I really want to go again, and I really want to see if I can pair up like a tarot deck with it as well, one that might work with it, but I'm not sure. I like to do that. I like to pair them up, you know, to get an overall thing. But where I am at the moment in my life, there's only one big question that I not keep asking, because I don't like to keep asking the same question, but because there is only one thing dominating my mind, all my readings are telling me what I already know. So it's hard really to sit down with a new deck and really open up and do a spread and see what's what, because whether that's because I know me, it's hard to be objective. I just take it back to my issue. So, yills. But really good card stock. Let's compare a different card size for a change, shall we? Voyager. So it's a little taller than the Voyager, definitely not as thick as the Voyager. I don't seem to have any bloody tarot cards lying around. I know the Voyager's a tarot, I meant standard size. Let's get Paulina out, Paulina. Okay, here we go. So we've got Paulina. Let's compare size. Yeah, so I find that, don't you? The oracles tend to be a little bit bigger anyway. I like my oracles bigger. That's why I'm making mine bigger. Production has stopped on mine currently. My designer's computer's broken. Shade. So hopefully that'll be fixed soon. But yeah, I've already shown you this card, but I do want to point out so you can see, can you? The arrow right there, little arrow. I really can't get my words straight. I just want you to go and buy it, or at least look at some of the images online to see if it's for you. I'm in love, but I'm quite in love with most of my decks, to be fair. So let's have a quick look here. And what I like about this deck is where in the introduction, Barbara talks about her experiences, and I love to read about other people's experiences and why things came into play and stuff like this. So this is the Mecha card. I'll just show you. It doesn't have the same as the rest, which is, you know, top, middle, bottom, upper, lower, bottom, whatever. But it does have the Dance of Cosmic Energy, and it tells you what to do, and you'll need a small crystal of your choice in open space and meditative music, preferably the traditional primitive music of the surface. So Iron Maiden's not going to cut it for that one, but you know, really well made. Who published this deck anyway? Let's have a look-see. Watkins Publishing. I don't think I have any Watkins decks. I do now. So yes, really good. From what I can gauge from it, really insightful. I'm very cold. So yes, I would love to hear other people's thoughts on it. And again, haven't tried to offend anyone by comparing the two decks, because I am very aware that they're different. I'm just saying, I prefer the Scared Sights, but you can't deny Jimmy, because Jimmy's awesome. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day. I've got more videos to come, and this has been 17 minutes of me talking rubbish, so I'm so sorry. But I'll see you soon.